courage will be tested. The challenge must be met. The final battle between the armies of the cold and the keepers of the flame is about to begin. Fire and Ice, from the visual imagination of Ralph Bakshi and the dazzling artistry of Frank Frazetta. A fantasy adventure from 20th Century Fox.
Hello, Al pals. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends, the film from 1983, Fire and Ice, from the animation style of Ralph Bakshi and the design of Frank Frazetta, who is just the master artist of fantasy art. That is the film. The friends, of course, are, let's look at this blonde god himself, Mr. Troy Pacelli, looking fine, my friend, with that new head of hair.
Yeah, I got to get to the gym. And it looks like Netter and I have swapped hair. Well, hair color. I don't have any hair.
Yeah, it looks like if you did gender swap, that's what you guys are doing.
Exactly right. Yeah, maybe like 30 years ago.
And looking sexy in her little bikini. Mm-hmm. Here is Netter and Netter's Network. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm doing really well.
She actually still looks good in a bikini.
So's you. It's like, I'm glad you do.
Mm-hmm.
I actually haven't seen this before, so I'm looking forward to it.
I have not seen it either. So this is a first-time watch for me. I paired this with Wizards because of Ralph Bakshi.
Sure.
I thought about doing Lord of the Rings, but I was like, you know what? I've seen Lord of the Rings. Haven't seen Fire and Ice. And I've been wanting to watch it, and it just kept getting... I was always on the back burner, and I'm like, let's put it on the front burner. Boom. Let's watch it with my friends.
Been doing that a lot more with the Monday night rewatches. It's like, I got so many movies I want to see. Hell, let's just do it, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that with some of the Friday night rewatches that I'll be doing. And although this coming Friday I have seen it, I've only seen it the one time. And sadly, the reason I actually put it on the list was to have Saturday Superman join me, who then informed me today that he was unable to make Friday stream. But I'm still watching it. Solomon Kane, that's next Friday. That's this coming Friday. But yeah, Fire and Ice. First of all, I didn't ask if anybody was drinking. I have some iced tea and Mountain Dew in reserve. What you got, Troy? What you sipping on?
Diet Cherry Coke.
Oh, there you go. How about you, Netter?
Yeah.
I can do it. I have my Meyer sparkling water in berry flavor.
Sounds good.
If I didn't still have my martini fixings over my shoulder, I would have still had the Kraken over here. So maybe I'd have poured a little bit into the can.
Irish it up a little bit, or whatever. However, I don't know.
Wouldn't that be Italian? In the
no, actually. So rum. You think pirates, and when you think those kinds of pirates, Irish. So Irish it up. That would work. Yeah.
There you go. Let's see who's in chat. Miss Connie Cleary has joined us and was saying hi before we went online. Thank you, my dear. Of course, Netter's Network jumping in saying hi. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies. Greetings and felicitations. Hip hip hurrah, tally ho. I always think of the Squire of Gothos when I see that. Deleted Scenes, salute, sir. Deleted Scenes will be joining me for Solomon Kane Friday night, hopefully. If somebody else wants to join, that'll be up to them. Let's go down the list, see who's here, say hi to people. Say hi to the last call with Troy Pacelli.
Hello.
Sir Torg again, welcome, sir, welcome. The lovely Lady Mist. I say lovely, I don't know what she looks like, but Lady Mist.
I say it regardless of what she looks like, she's lovely. I mean, just... Her spirit comes through the screen, you know?
That's true. That's true with the emojis. I don't know why I get cottagecore. She's like going around with little birds flying around.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
the little Renaissance dried flower.
She's like a Disney princess when that used to mean something.
She's wearing like Enchanted, like
Yeah.
Amy Adams in Enchanted, or Mia Sarah in
Legend.
Yeah. Oh man, I went off that one. Geek Flags with Nate Knows 1973. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Of course, remember the link to the film is at the top of the chat. Thanks to Mr. Troy Pacelli, and he does have the special captions.
So I was telling Big Al before, even before we got into the backdrop, I was chatting with him. He's like, "Do you have the movie? Do you have the what do you call it? The subtitles?" And I'm like, "Yes." And in fact, I have now found out that there is in fact a difference between subtitles and closed caption for the hearing impaired. The closed caption for the hearing impaired is like, music cues and, angry growl and stuff like that. And I'm like,
clank,
okay,
clank,
well, I'll
clank.
use that.
Clank, clank.
Yeah, exactly.
Geek Fest said, Big Al, I'm eating cheeseburger, fried egg sandwiches.
Yeah, that sounds like yum.
Sorry, my mouth filled with saliva. Tasting it out with a generic root beer. Yeah, nothing bad about that. Stormglade, how do you feel about Legend? I love Legend. I can't hit that note as like I did that one night.
That one time, yeah, exactly.
I can never hit it again. But yeah, I love the film Legend. That is if there were like a top 5 worlds I would love to live in, that might be one of them. Although I'd be a little worried about all the darkness and goblins floating around. But I just love I like the fairy kind of aesthetic, the Middle Earth, Hobbit, Shire. That would be number 1, living in the Shire. If I could live on like the Enterprise or something. But that's just me.
I always imagine those hobbit holes are probably like nice and cool in the summer and warm in winter. I think that's just a brilliant, and hell, especially for people that live in the Midwest here, always worried about tornadoes and hurricanes. Well, you live in a berm home, you don't usually have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it's you can actually get like places like that built.
Yeah,
and it's like really cool. It's like, man, you do not have to worry about some, that kind of thing, really. Just close your doors, and if you've got hurricane shutters, you're good to go.
Yep.
But Fire and Ice, never seen it. Very well aware of the poster ever since it pretty much came out. It's just an iconic art piece by Frank Frazetta. I always want to say Frazetta because the R wants to get lost. I know it's there. It's Frazetta. And but it's just one of those films never got to see.
If you are someone who enjoys like, Dungeons and Dragons and, all that kind of sword and sorcery type stuff, you've seen the artwork all over the place. The posters and whatnot used for this showed up on the cover of Heavy Metal and, all kinds of stuff. So, and we were saying the same thing about the previous film, Wizards.
Right.
That's a very iconic poster too. So even if you've never seen it, it's like, I know something about this. This looks familiar. You see
it. Yeah, it rings a bell. Welcome to Stardate Trivia. Pop it up. Thanks.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. No, you're not late. We're just doing the say hi's to everybody's and talking about the film before we crank it up.
Yep. And he's our newest friend of the channel.
Yep.
Ah, cool. Well, I hope you give me a like. I'd love to see that.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of likes, hit that like button, everybody. And the Cosme link, of course, is pinned to the top. So if you are new here and you don't know how this works, I think the only one I'm talking to then is Stardate Trivia. You go ahead and right-click on that Cosme link at the top, open it up in another tab, and then you can watch along the movie with us while we chit-chat about it over here.
Yeah, let me while I'm thinking about it, let me get mine to the point where I can see it and it's all fitting nicely on the screen so I can see the chat. Yeah, I mean, like you're talking about Frank Frazetta's artwork, man. I love his because there's him, Boris Vallejo, and there's
who's the one? Oh gosh,
like Christos and something. Kilios is another one that does some really good fantasy artwork. Oh man. But yeah, there are a lot of them out there. The guys who've done like the Dragonlance covers.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. That was who was that?
Some of their names.
Let's see.
I have a Dragonlance, kind of a weird.
Larry Elmore.
Larry Elmore. Yeah. Love his stuff. But Frank Frazetta just loves the human form in all its curvy gloriness.
Yeah,
and it definitely shows in this one. They saw a lot of women to be Tigra, and the one they finally settled on, they still had to made her boobs bigger in the film. And a nice little tie-in. I think Netter will enjoy this little tie-in. The voice of Tigra is done by an actress named Maggie Roswell, who we will see in 2 weeks in Midnight Madness.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
She plays the leader of the girls' team.
There you go.
Which is kind of neat. So yeah, I didn't realize that until I was like doing a little research. So yeah, let's start to get ready. Let's watch it. It's not a long film, but it's still a good time. It's always good to get started. Like Troy said, it's at the top. If you are watching later, it's out and about there somewhere. Fire and Ice. I'm sure you can find it.
Mm-hmm.
I did. Just let me know when you're.
I'm ready. Yeah.
You ready to go? Okay, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Play. Producer Sales Organization presents. Tingly, tingly, tingly.
I know the music is very. It starts out almost kind of Willy Wonka-ish.
Ralph Bakshi, Frank Frazetta production. Mm-hmm. I love that.
That font, yeah.
There's something kind of
very
80s. It's even
80s fantasy. You know, that Tolkien D&D type of thing. Yeah.
Fire and Ice. But you were talking about Dungeons and Dragons. I know you love Dungeons and Dragons. I played it for, a decade or more.
Well, you were mentioning Elmore and his artwork.
Yeah.
And Dragonlance. And a lot of people that were getting into Dungeons and Dragons at the time that I did were big Dragonlance fans. I knew nothing about Dragonlance other than some of the artwork that I'd seen. But Larry Elmore did the artwork for the Red Dungeons and Dragons basic set.
Oh, okay.
And the very first adventure you play, it's really a two-part twist of plot. Yeah. You are trying to adventure with this female cleric named Alina. She's only got 3 pictures, but she is beautiful. She's blonde hair, big eyes, and she gets killed by the evil wizard. And the only thing you can do is avenge her death. And it's like, no! And everybody in my generation was like, yeah, that's what hooked me, was that adventure, specifically the artwork for Alina.
Just want to mention the actors that they were talking about starring.
Mm-hmm.
They were the body actors, although a couple of them did the voices as well. They would act the part, and then of course the animation was done over top of them, which gives it a more fluid flow. Which is why
that's called rotoscoping, and that's really no different from what they do these days with like Gollum and Andy Serkis and whatnot.
Yeah, it's just all computerized with little dots all over the place. It said Bakshi was just so starstruck with Frazetta. Ooh.
Okay.
Gotta love this artwork.
Mm-hmm.
That's original. Ice Peak.
Yeah. That's another one that's a famous piece of artwork that you see in magazines and D&D covers and stuff. Now, look how expressive that, he's like sleeping and waking up or whatever it was he was doing. It's like, you don't get that just from, straight on,
Yeah. Just from your own art's sake.
Right. You need somebody to model that for you.
It's like Superman building his big ice thingy.
The Fortress of Solitude, right.
I was like the way Penny put it, his big ice thingy.
Yeah, exactly. And that I just want to say, kudos to that the narrator voice actress. Every time she said Necron, it's like she can't say Necron without just making it sound all evil.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one guy was a coward.
Yep.
Kind of
yeah.
Game of Thrones vibes.
Yeah, the wall and all of that kind of stuff, right. Well, I mean, Game of Ice and Fire, I mean, there has to be some connections, right? She named him Necron, and she tutored him in the black arts. Well, with a name like that, she was sort of setting him up for that sort of life. Yeah. Exactly. I always told my mother I thought that was really ironic. She names me Troy, which in Gaelic means foot soldier, and then she forbid me to go into the military. I'm like, well, then why did you call me foot soldier?
Thanks for showing the physical toll that magic takes.
Yeah, exactly. So they said after the last ice age. Technically, this could be the real world, right? A civilization before the civilizations we know.
Ugh.
So they got ice dudes, and then they got these other guys.
Well, I mean, it's no different than like in the real world. You had your, Homo sapiens, and you had your Neanderthals. Yeah.
I think they call it subhumans in here. I think that's what they call subhumans.
Probably, but that's probably what the other side called them, so...
Looks like he's sitting on a toilet with his pants around his ankles.
Kinda does. You're not wrong.
He really had to poop.
They all just got dead. Well, when they say sitting on the throne, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And suddenly he breaks into, let it go,
Let it go. Yeah, exactly. And that really wiped me out.
The voice of Juliana was the one who did the narration.
The narration, yeah.
In Wizards as well, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, that character looks a lot like Cloak from Marvel Comics. See, I really do believe that this film had a lot of at least visual impact, if not story impact, on a lot of fiction that came after it.
Mm-hmm. Ouch.
Ow. Well, he is unconscious. It's not like he felt it.
Yeah, but still.
I know, when he wakes up, that's going to be...
I knew a guy who had like nipple rings, and everybody always teased was like, yeah, it's like a grenade. Pull the pin and watch him explode.
Yeah, exactly. Nate, you're getting a little bit ahead of us. It's a shield, you dummy.
He's like, uh-oh, what's going on here?
No, if he's smart, he's waiting until the guy gets in close, and then he's gonna
Grab that
sucker
Morning
punch
Star,
him.
bash him upside the head. Those things are nasty.
Those Morning Star things.
Oh yeah,
The flail or whatever.
I thought they were called maces.
No, mace is a solid thing. This one's on a chain.
grab the spear.
Yep.
Ooh, nice shot.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, subhumans.
They're busy leering at the human woman.
Well, yeah.
I would be too, actually.
Come and get me.
Yeah, he knows those woods. They don't.
You know what? This is a fair question. Stardate Trivia is asking Al if you have any specific rules when it comes to your chat. I don't think we've ever discussed anything like that.
Just be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that you wouldn't be, so...
Yeah, I mean...
I don't think he's got any, like, strong, like, filters or anything for language, but then again...
Be nice.
Yeah.
And stay on topic as much as possible, unless, like, we start talking about something that you're adding to.
Tangential topics aren't so bad if you guys start a conversation in the chat.
Oh yeah,
right,
I mean that's what Films with Friends is all about.
Yes, but I mean, we once had somebody that started talking about somebody else's channel and going off on a complete different tangent.
Yes,
that's
don't talk about. Don't talk. Just don't talk negatively about other people. You know.
Yeah, I try to keep a positive channel. I mean, well,
maybe stay away from things like politics and religion. You know,
might make a passing comment, but I don't like to linger on it.
If it starts to become a debate, just stop. But yeah, we've never codified anything or anything like that.
Oh, well, that was dumb. That was his own fault. We fell.
You'd think that, Stardate, but we've had some trolls every now and again. We just had one a couple weeks ago in actually, because we were simulcasting, we didn't know whose channel it was on. It turned out to be on Aged Boomer's channel. Some rando calling us the R word, and, it's like, who the heck is this guy? Now, if you consider he's the last survivor of that battle for his side. For the most part.
Girl.
Yeah. And yes, he's retreating, but I don't think it's out of fear, because he's fighting every step of the way.
Oh, no.
It's
a strategic retreat.
It's like, okay, no sense in me just dying,
He plans to fight, but he knows he can't win in that situation, and he's got to at least. It's done. You know?
This is the kind of thing that an intelligent D&D player knows, right? And that a lot of dungeon masters have had to teach their players. Okay, if you're going up against insurmountable forces, maybe you don't fight. Maybe you back off and, live to fight another day.
Guys in dark robes, that can't be good.
Right.
I'm an air sign.
I'm a fire sign.
I'm a stop sign.
That's
wow.
Ooh, she's a yield sign.
This is a great example of why rotoscoping is a wonderful art form.
Ooh, I love the cat right next to her.
Yeah.
Ooh, Shaitan, Satan.
Yeah. So this is kind of how they demonstrate two different tribes. The one is all blue-eyed and blonde-haired. These guys are all dark hair. It's good shorthand to communicate, two different tribes.
I do love the artwork. And what I love is you can see brushstrokes.
Yeah.
And it adds texture. I like that.
Exactly.
Pretty kitty.
That's right. Oh!
Yeah.
Poor kitty.
Okay, now that's pretty cool, too. That's slow-mo. That is something you don't usually see in animation like this.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bakshi always had a great cinematic sense. Ooh.
Yeah, that teacher just doesn't get paid enough. Well, they're fugly underneath those cloaks, aren't they?
Ooh, Dragonhawks.
Dragonhawks, okay.
Ooh.
They have an Air Force.
That's awesome.
Oh, they're like pterodactyls or something like that.
Yeah. They're like little Rodans.
Yeah. That's probably the picture I should have chosen tonight. Yeah, it's like, we know it's coming. This is not a big surprise.
Yeah, it's just like orcs. Just run. Run,
Yeah,
run.
exactly. And they may be fine running barefoot, but I'm not sure she is. Well, that was rude.
Ooh, that water's chilly.
Yes, of course it is.
Ooh.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah. There's a lot of Del Scooby movies. You're right. Hubba hubba.
Hubba hubba. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I thought she was good
Yep.
the first time she went
Clever
under.
girl.
Yep. I was thinking the same phrase. Clever girl.
You screwed up, guys.
Necron will not be happy.
Do they realize where she is?
Don't know. I saw one indicate the direction, but I don't know if it was because he saw her or not. Yep. They're in the right direction.
It reminds me of that Sasquatch Sunset I watched the other night.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it makes me wonder if these guys can track by smell. The way they're sniffing.
Or at least above human.
Yeah.
Anyway. He looks like the dumb one.
Ah! Dumbass. And this giant isopod's like, the hell, man?
I'm just sitting there
Go
chilling.
stuffing your hand into my log.
Yeah, it's like I'm just chilling, watching Netflix. Next thing I know, I'm a shish kebab.
Stardate trivia. The only way she could be more sexy
If she was green. Well, you know, it ain't easy being green.
Yeah, right? Gotta love an Orion slave girl. Because their pheromones make you.
Yeah.
I suppose that's one way to hang out in a tree.
So Torgo said they're in Australia and nature's trying to kill them.
Everyone around them is trying to kill them. It has to be set there. Yeah, exactly.
And they were talking about doing a remake of this live action with Robert Rodriguez. They actually have the rights to do a live action version. They haven't started it yet.
Yeah, I could see that.
All I know is where's the blonde boy going?
Fate's gonna bring him in contact with some other adventurers. This is the setup to the module.
There are a lot of mushrooms around, like giant ones, little ones.
Yep.
There's a lot of mushroom imagery.
Yeah, given what I know about Ralph Bakshi, it's probably intentional. Don't think he's trying to be too subtle.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so she's just on a log.
I think she's just trying to just keep going forward.
Yeah. Even though she's exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some huge mushrooms.
I need to get some portobellos one day.
Those are good.
I love a nice roasted portobello.
See, and these guys really do have that Neanderthal head shape.
It's like, okay, if I'd been in the water just a little while longer, I'd be dinner.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The thing that's going to spare her is that it's going to be filled up on these guys.
Yes, but if you also notice there are like spikes coming out of the ground,
Yeah.
that's all these guys landed on. Appetizer.
Nice.
Yep.
Kaiju save the girl.
Right, exactly. Everything's trying to kill them. I was hoping to see Gamera. That's not him, but it will serve.
Yeah. It's kind of like original Baragon. It just didn't have a little nose thing. Stole her trick.
Yep.
He's injured.
He's got some teeth. Yeah, he really is hurt.
But he's still trying to follow his orders.
He looks like the creature from Trilogy of Terror.
Kinda, yeah. Or he did.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. The Zuni doll.
And that thing gave me nightmares.
I think it gave a lot of people nightmares. That is a freaky image.
Right?
Sorta.
Well, not exactly. Gone. My bad.
Oh!
See, this is why they're fighting so hard. You know, it's Manga.
Okay, why'd you put down your weapon, girl?
Well, I think it was just a stick. Probably left
Yeah.
it
Well, it
inside
was a
him.
pointy stick, so she had something.
She should have taken his axe. Oh, that might be too heavy for her.
Thanks, Nate. Just what we needed.
He looks like Yor. I just realized that.
Yeah. That's what I said. You know,
Get that Red Brown and play this part.
yeah.
I didn't even put that together until I really thought about it. I was like, yeah, it's Yor from Hunter from the Future.
Oh, there's a whole herd of those giant Gila
no.
monsters. Oh, no. These are doggy type things.
Like
Maybe
dire
wolfies.
wolf. Dire wolves? Yeah, I thought the same thing, Mr. Londell. Vault.
Yep.
Yep.
You cannot run a wolf.
Probably not long distance.
Get up high somewhere.
Now, is that a dead snake, or is it just they just didn't bother to animate it?
I think they just didn't bother to animate it.
He's come up swinging blind.
Wait, where'd the arrow come from?
Where indeed. He hasn't found that out yet.
Well, he just saw.
You're like, okay, fine, we'll go.
And you almost get what the wolves are thinking. Okay, we've already lost 2 of our number. Is this really worth it?
He's like, where the heck am I? See, they keep putting down their weapons. Why did you not still have the spear with you? Hey, it's Batman.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
see, that's just it. The 3 main characters in here do kind of come off as your Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman triumvirate, you know?
Is he eating the wolf?
Sure,
Oh, okay.
why not?
I guess if you are in dire need of food.
Funny, funny, funny.
He plays possum a lot. It's a good tactic.
It's smart, yeah.
Oh no, it's a pig. Okay, it's a boar.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least you got a
Either
meal out of it.
way.
Food. It's like I'm hungry.
Oh, she still does have her pointy stick.
Yep.
Mr. Pointy.
Or
And now it's not in her
Now-
hand, so
and now
where's
she
she
doesn't.
keeping it?
yeah.
There's only one place she could be keeping
I was just
it.
gonna say, there's only so many places she could hide it.
Uncomfortable. Oh, this girl knows how to play. Look at her.
Yeah.
Talk about leaving a man hanging.
Uh-huh.
I would not trust this.
Right. Okay, well, I guess.
Maybe it was a nice.
Yeah, I guess this was her way of repaying the meat. Well, that's a survival instinct.
Miss Law. Now I'm thinking the same thing. He probably should know what's good and not to eat.
Right, yeah.
But if he's in a different land, you never know.
True.
Well, it's not like he can offer you his jacket.
That's for sure.
Those flimsy little straps, and they haven't broken yet.
Yeah, that's because there's this little magical trick that they got called the movie rating.
Yeah.
Oh, that was stupid.
Yeah. Oops.
That is some deep water.
And there's a beastie thing.
Yeah, those are some long tentacles.
Those bubbles are very impressive
Yeah.
animated. Talk about your Kraken, eh, Troy?
Yep. Release the Kraken. Nope, Lauren's dead. Just go on without him. Go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eye. Ah, yuck.
Whoa!
You're lucky you don't taste so good.
That was one upset little octopod.
Yup. Don't worry, I'm not dead anymore.
Uh-oh.
Oh, crap.
You know, looking at this came out a year after Beastmaster.
Yeah,
It's got a very Beastmaster and Kara look.
it definitely does, yeah.
Those two characters.
Okay, he can just slip his hand out of that.
Maybe.
I'm Batman.
Okay, works for me.
The guy doing Dark Wolf
Uh-huh.
is Steve Sandor. Steve Sandor. He was one of the gamesters of Triskelion.
Oh, okay.
Star Trek. He was Lars, the one that tried to have his way with Uhura.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, this is that great fantasy setup, right? You got these various heroes that have completely different backstories, unrelated, coming together with a common cause. This is a lot like, Dragonlance and all that other kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Ain't getting away this time. Ah.
Ew. Okay, what happened to the other chick in the blonde dude's tribe?
She was left behind. She didn't have a role in the story. She wasn't a valuable hostage like the princess here.
Time to go to my diet do.
Diet do, huh? There you go. You know what? I just found out. The diet grapefruit soda I drink, Squirt.
Mm-hmm.
Shasta has an off-brand version of it.
Yeah.
Haven't tried it yet. I just found out they had it.
I thought you were gonna say the name. It was gonna be something funny.
No, it's like Shasta. Oh yeah, I don't know what its name is. It's like Shasta. Not Twist. Twist is the lemon lime one. Zing, I think, or something like that.
Okay, she could so slide that down over her legs.
Oh, with hips like that, I don't know.
Well,
Hips don't lie.
Okay, that's a chain. You can't use your knife on a chain and expect it to cut.
This is made of lead, which would be a very poor chain. Ooh.
and welcome, Sorality. Good to see you. Long time no see.
Hey, it's reality.
And they let her keep her knife? The Cosme link gets pinned to the top of the chat if you need it.
I mean, Sir Torn, maybe there's like a space ghost kind of concept going on there. Maybe.
Or Harvey Birdman.
Yeah. And we will all go down together.
What was that? What was that movie where the guys were handcuffed together? Tony Curtis and
Oh crap! I don't remember.
yeah, but the Defiant Ones. Thank you, Sir Tor.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I had forgotten to mention at the beginning. I was going to do an in memoriam, but forgot, but didn't really have the time to for Dabney Coleman. Little rest in peace to Dabney Coleman out there.
Oh, Dabney Coleman passed?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yesterday. Well, I heard about it yesterday.
Wow. Okay.
He was 92. I honestly thought he wasn't with us. So,
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
I know he was still around.
It's like, why do they always seem to be in a fog?
Because it's spookier that way, and they don't have to draw in the backgrounds.
True.
And they're in a fog.
Yep.
Okay, well, that was like, what, 4, 5?
Yeah.
Only 45 more to go.
But then again, I can barely find my hand in front of my face.
Found the girl.
Yeah, I just landed on her.
Oh, went through the
Yep.
fourth and his head.
Yep.
Oh, the character's name is Darkwolf. I don't think they ever used the name in here. If I read that correctly.
Hmm.
Oh, it is Sidney Poitier and Tony Curry. Yeah, I thought that's who the two were that were in it.
Now, even that was pretty cool. The idea of unfocusing into focus. You don't even have a camera, to focus with, but you gotta do that for the effect. It is kind of brilliant. Okay, whoever this is strong.
Mm-hmm. And he's got very long hair, much longer than the other subhumans.
So maybe it's her brother?
No. Different color hair,
Huh.
different color skin, and I don't know. There's her brother. No, let's negotiate with our friends. Yeah, I'll probably kill you, but you'll stop bitching about it. Woo woo woo!
Oh, wow. Almost like the salt eater from
From
Star Trek.
Star Trek, yeah. Orange eyes. That's not a good sign.
Why are you talking to her like she's 2?
Well, she may be just like
Soothing before you bite
Before
into her
you
neck
like-
and start drinking her blood
Yeah.
or something.
or you feel you're so above them that you're like
Yeah.
down into them.
True, yeah. Yep, because she just drugged you.
Okay, so what? She's gay?
I don't think so. I think she's got an ulterior motive.
She's a witch.
Yeah. She's gonna Like suck her youth or her beauty or something from her.
It's not her fault. And you brought her to your house.
Again, those lifelike motions. It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what the price is going to be. He won't kill you. Right?
Ooh, a little red berserker rage there.
Yep.
Just like, yeah, he's dead. This is definitely blood.
Oh, I saw that coming.
Yeah.
As soon as he got to the doorway, I saw it.
Oh. Ow. Yeah, you never let the magic user have long enough to get a spell off. You just win your initiative roll, stab him in the gut.
She's like, really? I can't get any rest.
I know, right?
Ooh.
Because I didn't even know you were there, girl. It was Agatha all along.
Yeah.
Ugh. Now that would be interesting to see in live action.
Yeah, right? See, the thing is that if they did this these days in live action, it would be as much animation as it is here. It would just be CG instead of, cell art. It's like you're always just a few steps behind.
Yeah, y'all need cloaks because it's going to be cold over there.
You know, Mr. Lundell, I never really thought about it that way. Russian Islamic themes. Yeah. Or are you talking about Quantum Leap and Airwolf? You guys are talking about the music, aren't you?
No, I think the Russian Islamic thing is here. I think with the city architecture and stuff,
I can see that too, sure.
and like the ship and things like that kind of has that. Kind of like Byzantine, Constantinople.
Yeah, he confirmed the architecture.
Or should I say it is Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Well, yeah, I guess it depends when you're talking about.
Why did Constantinople get the work? So nobody business but the Turks. Please tell me you get that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No, my mom's standing over there. I'm not allowed.
He's like looking around like, huh? It's like, okay, he's nuts.
Okay, he's nuts, yeah.
So you're just a self-entitled jerk.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much that he's gay, so much as he's just such a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess you could define as a kind of being gay, but if the only one you love is yourself, then,
Okay, how did he jump off the back of the ship when... Yeah. There was no land there. There should have just been water. I'm raising up my hand because that's going to mean something.
I'm sure it does. Follow us. Hold. Don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes. That kind of thing. Whoopie doopie. So what you basically have is you have all the different individual heroes on this quest to get here. Then you've got the army of the girl who was kidnapped. It's like they're all coming together.
Don't fight. Just push him.
Now here's the crazy thing. I get what he's doing. He's trying to get into a better position. But he's on ice. Why hasn't he slipped? Yeah. Actually, that's true. Yeah, but they also said you might want to take this deal. Otherwise, we might have to convince you. Now you're not going to get as good a deal.
Ooh.
Whoops.
They got the hippie shade.
I mean, he can control ice. How can he control their swords?
I don't know. Maybe you can control people because they're mostly water. But you're right. It clearly takes a great deal of effort for him.
Ah. Now she's going to see her dead brother.
What? Because he said something? Ooh.
See, this is what I say. You get your shot off at the magic user as quickly as possible. You got to win that initiative round.
Maybe he is gay.
Then he dies, they die, everybody dies. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I see. Here you go, fight. Yeah, it was nothing personal. I kill a lot of people.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You know, kind of makes me think of was it Elric of Melnibity? Michael Moorcock.
The only Michael Moorcock I ever read was The Warhound and the World's Pain. I don't know anything else. He's cheating.
Yeah, it's the what's I want to say Stormbringer. The sword that
I guess.
Rick had. It's been so long. I have friends that were really into those books. She's still got that little dagger. Of
Yup.
course, there were plenty of swords floating around. I grabbed one of those.
I know, right? Well, maybe she can't hide the swords in the same place she hides the little dagger.
True.
She's like, my boyfriend.
He keeps trying to save your ass, girl.
No, it's your mom.
Who else would it be? Where are you going to hide the key? There's a door that leads to more ice tunnels. The man was cheating. Yep.
Well, you left Tigger behind again.
Well, he's kind of making it up as he goes, like Indiana Jones.
See, now if he was friends with Frosty the Snowman, he'd be able to just, slide down those hills.
He'd be a belly whopper.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad he finds it funny. Get the impression that whenever you hear baddies, cackling like that, it's either because they're insane or they're just sadists.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because that's just how the Dark Wolf do.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. Again, taking their weapon and using it against them. More of them need to be doing that kind of stuff.
Well, you kind of get the impression he is quite an
experienced fighter, yeah.
Yeah,
but
he also improvises.
Oh, yeah. And that implies a lot more history than we're aware of. Actually, his tactics are sound.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if the lava's not going to bother y'all, then maybe you should.
I get the impression that it's going to do a lot of damage. It's kind of like firing nukes. At least from the context I'm getting.
Air support.
Exactly.
Ooh, they pick up speed too. Locked S foils in attack position.
Yes, exactly. Stay in attack formation.
Oh man.
Boy, it's like they knew they were coming or something. Ouch.
Oh.
Hey, I just left my horny hat. Oh, there's horns on the hat. It's a horny hat. Why does this bit remind me of Avatar?
Because it is just like Avatar. Woof, woof.
Everybody duck. You're supposed to duck. See, you duck like that.
Word.
Ow.
I know, right? You okay, Al?
Yeah, I'm good. Just
Okay.
watching.
Yep.
I will say one thing.
Huh.
Necron's voice almost sounds too young.
Yeah, but I think that's intentional to so that you don't lose track of the fact that he is younger. You know, his mother's still kind of overseeing him and stuff.
But you kind of expect to have a voice like this.
Right.
One deep. I'm Necron.
Right.
Oh, rough landing. Oh, poor birdie.
Well, I was going to say it's not a bird, it's a reptile, but I guess birds are descended from reptiles, so I guess, yeah, birdie.
Say raptor.
Okay, fair enough. Whoomp, whoomp.
Now these guys shoot like stormtroopers.
Yeah, he does a lot of laughing.
Yeah.
That really makes me feel like he's either nuts or just a pure sadist.
Why not both?
Why not both? Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I was just saying, you know the new Outer Ranges episodes are up, right?
No, I didn't realize. I mean, it kind of fell off my radar, so I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah, I think that they released a couple. They released. I went down a Bridgerton rabbit hole yesterday.
There you go. Connie says, sorry I haven't been in the chat much, been in listening mode, working on a short from my other channel. I remember seeing this before. Well, no, that's fine. Glad you're here. You know? I'm telling you, this guy cheats. Well, I guess you expect the bad guy to do that, right?
Yeah, it's like when Magneto fights Wolverine.
Come on,
Yeah.
where's Blondie? Blondie needs to get in here and help out.
Because you're bad at your job.
Oh!
Yeah.
Something special about that man.
Yep. That was probably a critical hit. Necron lost his concentration roll.
Dark Wolf rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, exactly. He's going for the coup de Gracie. Oh, the slow motion again.
Stabby, stabby, stabby.
Necron is at negative 13. Needs to make a system shock roll.
Here comes the fire.
The fire and ice. See how that goes? See how that works? Do, 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 do.
Owie.
I
That's
know.
lava.
Bye, Ma.
Okay, where's Wolfhead guy?
Yeah, don't know.
I mean, that guy saved his life umpteen times. And he didn't even check to see if he was okay somewhere.
Well, I mean, they had to get out of there.
Well, you know.
How'd they die? Well, looking to see if you were okay. Oh, that's a shame.
He made it out.
Yeah, so did he. Fine. I mean, it's a good point. It's not like Necron's around to like torture them and strangle them if they don't do what he says.
No, he's just a mindless little subhumanoid.
Right.
Baka chicka bow wow.
Exactly.
Complete with a little, foot kick,
Yeah.
A lot of people died when we got to start repopulating.
And now the fog clears.
Yup. Now they can give us a background since they don't have to animate it.
So I just read Mr. Lundell Movie's comment. Pounder.
Yeah, Pounder, exactly. I like that, Nate. Did you know that Flappy's great-great-grandfather played one of those pterodactyls? Yeah, exactly. That's funny, man. I like that. Couple more weeks, I'll be doing the Flappy behind the scenes for you.
Now look there. Backgrounds painted by James Gurney and Thomas Kincaid.
Wow.
Thomas Kincaid.
Yep. I mean, let's face it, that was not only great artwork, but every bit as integral as what was going on in the front ground or whatever you want to call foreground.
So no matter what you think about Thomas Kincaid's little, like, garden cottages and stuff like that, that man made buck.
Yep. We'll talk about a working artist, right?
Yep. Xerox checkers. You don't see that much anymore.
True.
It's like, I'm on IMDb as what? A Xerox checker.
And what does a Xerox checker do? Well, we check the Xeroxes.
Xerox, yeah. Optical effects by the Optical House. Titles by the Optical House.
Exactly.
Randy Norton, Cynthia Leak. She was the physical. Steve Sandor.
You know what you never see in these credits of older films? An intimacy coordinator. You never see an intimacy coordinator. I wonder why.
Additional voices: Susan Tyrrell, Juliana, Maggie Roswell, who we'll see in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
It would be interesting to see, and I'm sure they're out there somewhere. The live action
footage, yeah.
footage. I would like to see that. Just kind of see how they did it. Starting Trivia asking if we do this every Saturday. Yes.
Yep.
Netter's Network and I alternate Saturdays. She will have her film next week.
Yep.
And then the following Saturday, it'll be me again. And on the alternate weeks that on Netter Saturdays, I try to do a Friday film right before the day before. So I try to stream every week. Let's see how it goes. But definitely on the other Saturday.
I am dropping a link in the chat right now to a YouTube video. It's a behind the scenes for this movie, and there is some
Oh, they have the live action stuff?
live action footage in there, yeah.
Sweet. Thank you.
It's not a lot. It's clearly a more making of than anything, but there are some shots of the subhuman picking up the girl and going to the window type, that scene. So you get some of that.
Cool. Very cool. Well, that is Fire and Ice. I like that. I'd never seen that before. I like a good fantasy film. It's it's one of my favorite genres. And for May, it's the end of animation, as I like to call it. So in 2 weeks, the next film on my channel here on the Saturday night show will be Midnight Madness.
Yep.
From 1988, I think it is 1980. Yeah. Starring a very young Michael J. Fox.
Yep, this predates Family Ties. Certainly, it predates Back to the Future.
But it has David Naughton, of course, he's a Pepper, and Stephen Furst, who many people will know from Babylon 5.
Yep.
And Eddie Deason, who might know from Grease, from the Grease films. So, and anytime they would need a nerd, they almost always pulled out Eddie Deason. And that's me in 2 weeks, but that's still a good ways away. We've got a whole tons of other stuff coming up before then. Starting with tomorrow, I'm not sure what they're watching, but usually Jedi Bill and Deleted Scenes watch a Western on Sunday. I'm sure if he could put it in the chat, that'd be awesome.
Yep. So that's 3 Central, 4 Eastern for Western Cinema Presents on Deleted Scenes channel. So there you go. And like I said, Deleted Scenes will probably let us know what that film is. Of course, he does. He goes on to do Unscripted at. Let's see. Let me do my maths here.
8 p.m. Eastern.
7 Central,
7
right?
Central. Followed by Geeky Geezers on Ancient Boomers channel.
Yep.
With his partner Troy.
Yep.
Any
sure
thing coming up this week?
Of course, we will be doing a in remembrance for Roger Corman. It came in too late last week for us to get that in, so we'll do that this week. And we'll do Good Old Days, taking a look back at the films of Roger Corman. Interestingly, I just rewatched a film today. Well, Netter and I did, of Roger Corman's. Did not realize when I clicked on it that it was a Roger Corman film, but it's a film that had fallen into the public domain, and Midnight's Edge After Dark had posted it. It is the original film version of Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
With a very, very young Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson, yeah.
And who is the actor who played...
saying Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid is the film tomorrow.
Oh, okay, there you go. And who is the actor who played the old guy in Gremlins who fought in WWII?
Hoyt Axton?
I'm not sure I remember.
No, that wasn't his name. It was the neighbor, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. The one who tells the background on Gremlins in the machines and stuff. Anyway, he's in the movie too. Very, very young.
Dick Miller.
Actually, I'll be honest with you. If you'd said it, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't remember. So sorry. We will be. We have a couple pieces of interesting topics on the streaming wars. Some things that we predicted almost 4 years ago, we're starting to see come to pass. Lots of gaming news. We have been following this whole End Kotaku thing, and we'll bring you some of the latest on that. Some leaked emails from Activision. Sweet Baby Inc. getting in on the DEI stuff too, and it's hurting their business. And lots of other Hollywood type of news for you. So that's Geeky Geezers at 8 Central, 9 Eastern tomorrow.
You mentioned Little Shop of Horrors. I think there's a pretty good chance that we may be watching the more updated musical version.
Rick Moranis?
The Rick Moranis version sometime, nice. I believe, September.
Okay.
I think September. I've got it.
There you go.
So then, of course, right after midnight, the other side of midnight.
Yes, exactly.
It is Deleted Scenes once again, proving that the man cannot rest. And just keeps going and going and going.
It is the secret of his success, so I cannot besmirch that.
Yes, Sir Tor, and we are going. I've got it scheduled for, I believe, September. Of course, September, October are always kind of like spookier movies, and I guess they're a spooky movie. I think it's September. And then Monday night, Troy, what you got going on?
Yes. So it's a very special Monday night at the movies on my channel. We'll be starting at 8 o'clock, as I do with double features. We will be celebrating Aged Boomer's birthday, and I allowed him to pick the double feature. He wants to see 2 films from the year he was born. So we will be watching Phantasm and The Warriors.
Ooh!
Yep.
Those are good films. Well, I can't see Phantasm. Never seen Phantasm, but I like Warriors.
Are you sure? Because that one was a cable staple for a long time.
Never saw Phantasm.
Okay, well, if you want to watch it with us, you absolutely can.
I know the ball with the little thing
Yeah,
that comes out.
the special effects were, let's just say, ambitious. I'm not gonna besmirch them. They did a great job with what they were working with. I love the fact that it was all practical effects. I've seen the behind the scenes, and that's another one of those. When you see how it's done, it's even more impressive. You know, so.
And of course, then that leads us into Tuesday with live from Sparkwood and 21.
Yep.
I got it.
Yes, you did. Absolutely. It is the penultimate episode of season 2, and for a lot of people, they would have said it was the penultimate episode of the whole series if we hadn't many years later gotten a third season. This episode is called Miss Twin Peaks, and it is a big denouement episode. Once the winner of the Miss Twin Peaks pageant is revealed, all kinds of hell breaks loose. So, hope you can join us for that on Tuesday, Deleted Scenes channel, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. I got it. See.
And that, of course, will lead us to Wednesday, where I don't think anybody's got really.
Yeah.
Deleted Scenes got something going on, but Thursday night, Matters Network at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central. Thursday Things.
Special guest on Thursday Things, which you may have seen him on Friday Night Last Call last night.
Yep.
Is Retro Blasting or Retro Blasting.
Yeah, exactly. Michael French is returning to encourage my wife because he is just that cool a YouTuber.
Yes, he is. He's amazing, and yeah, I mean, he's a bigger YouTuber, but some of you guys may not know him, so you're going to want to tune in and get to know all about Michael French and Retro Blasting, especially if you like toys and Broken Vader.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, help me out here. Lady Mist is making a reference that I'm missing. She says, just not that awful movie, Phantoms. What movie is that?
That's I think Ben Affleck's in that. It's always made fun of in the not Bill and Ted, Silent Bob and
Jay and Silent Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob kind of make fun of him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that, so I guess it probably does deserve the laughy emoji you're giving it. But Deleted Scene says it's a guilty pleasure for him. Look, all of us have those really bad movies that people pick on you for enjoying, but you just gotta enjoy it, right? Look, I would never say that Ouija Shark was a good movie, but damn it if we haven't not only enjoyed watching it, as terrible as it was, but we've gotten so much mileage talking about it, I would never want that movie to go away.
It is the gift that keeps on giving, isn't it?
And this is really sweet. Sir Lady said, appreciate Troy and Netter.
Oh, that's sweet. And
whoa.
We appreciate you too, Big Al.
Yeah.
And then
Nuns on the Run. Yes, that was a good one too. Absolutely.
Oh God, yeah. Ouija Shark 3 is coming. Oh Lord, help me! I did see Ouija Shark 2.
You did mention that there was a Ouija Shark 2. I may have to go check that out.
Yeah, and he fights Tarot Gator.
It makes me think. Okay. And I've talked to some people that have gotten movies made and put up on Tubi, and they're like, you can make films for so cheap and get it picked up by Tubi. It costs Tubi nothing to carry crappy movies. And if you don't watch the movie, you don't make any, or if nobody watches the movie, you don't make any ad dollars off of it. So, what are you going to do? But at least it gets your movie out there. And I'm like, wow.
Get an IMDb credit. It's kind of cool.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So.
And that leads us to Friday. I am posting Friday Films with Friends at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and Deleted Scenes. Sorry, no Birdman. He kind of crapped out on me. he has an important event he has to go to.
That's what happens every time you wash your car. Birdman craps on you.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because he's the one that actually inspired the film we're watching. Is Solomon Kane with James Purefoy from several years ago. Because he always liked the imagery of the Puritan with the swords and fighting demons and stuff like that. So I said, well, we're still going to watch it. Join us Friday night for 8 p.m. for Solomon Kane, and then shortly after that, some guy gets drunk.
So I was just going to say, shortly after that, I start drinking, my friends, and I hope you will join me as well. Don't know what the topic will be, but last call to Troy Pacelli, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Ought to be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, God. Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. I had not yet brought myself to watch
Blood and Honey, yeah.
I hated the first one so much. But, yeah.
It is mind-boggling that... Well, I have to imagine that it had to be the marketing of the first movie that caused it to do so well that it would actually merit a sequel.
And now they're coming out like Bambi the Reckoning is something that's coming out. See ads for that.
See, I'll be honest with you. Some of these, twisted fairy tales definitely have potential if they're done right.
If they are done well. If you just do it for total shock and gore value, don't. At least be creative with it.
Exactly.
And that, of course, leads us to next Saturday night where we'll be watching what?
Dunkirk.
Yep.
It's the anniversary of the movie. Right?
It's the anniversary of the evacuation of Dunkirk, and
that's what I meant.
I did do a commentary on Pop's channel. It was a 2-part. It was Dunkirk and The Darkest Hour, and sure enough, we hadn't done a watch party of it, so we will be doing that next week on Netter's Network.
Yeah, it'll be a new one for me. So I'll be.
Oh, you haven't seen? Okay,
I haven't seen it. I've been wanting to watch it, and I knew Netter had it down, so I'm kind of like, well, I'll watch it. I'll watch it then. So I'm looking forward to that. I like historical films like that.
Yeah, this goes well with about a month ago we did Darkest Hour, so
Oh, thank you, Surrounding. I gotta appreciate. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I just want to be mentioned. So that is the week. Of course, like I said, in 2 weeks, it'll be Midnight Madness, a nice little '80s comedy, kind of goofy, fun little scavenger hunt kind of thing. And in fact, that is the theme for June here on Films with Friends. We've got 3 films in June, and they all have something to do with racing. It is Midnight Madness, it is the Gumball Rally from the 70s, and then going back into the 60s, we're going to be watching those magnificent men in their flying machines.
There
they
you
go.
go.
Up, up, and they come down, down. That is a fun film.
Yep.
So yeah, we're going to be doing that and having a lot of fun with those.
Yep.
So that is the week to come. That is stuff to come. Anything you'd like to promote or add or talk about, Troy? Better?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I got a few pokers in the fire, but I haven't fleshed them out enough to announce or say anything about them. Hoping to get my promos for the week done before Monday night of the movies. So that's something I'll try to get done tomorrow night. So there we go.
And for myself, I'm going to have next week, Monday through Thursday, a very intense class with my company.
Yeah.
And just send good vibes, well wishes, whatever my way, that I understand the material. I can find things in our model viewer easily, and can contribute it in a way so I don't sound like an absolute moron.
Yeah.
Because I know nothing about this particular product. It's called Building Organizational Capabilities. And basically, my boss and I guess other upper management, they want pretty much everyone in the company to experience how our end user goes through the class and then takes the exam. And though it's been stressed that I don't have to pass the exam, I'd still like to do well on it so I don't come off as a complete moron. So yeah, if you can just send well wishes, good vibes, whatever, that I can at least understand material and know what I'm talking about when I have to contribute, that would be great. Thanks.
Yeah. And of course, on my channel, just keep looking out for my 10-word reviews. I've got some good stuff up in the last week. Of course, I got Back to Black, the Amy Winehouse film. I got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Film Hitman, which is going to be coming out this Friday, and then it's going to show up on Netflix in June. And I did Sasquatch Sunset. If anybody has ever heard of that film, that's a weird one. That's hard to get a grip on. And a new one that I dropped tonight is If, The Imaginary Friends with Ryan Reynolds, done by John Krasinski.
Yeah,
I like that one. It was cute, very very wholesome. So yeah, just keep an eye out. Of course, I do film. I might do one on the 4 episodes that Netflix dropped of Bridgerton. I love me some Bridgerton. I love Jane Austen and that time period stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
But that is all. I'm so glad everybody could join us. We had a good crowd tonight.
Yeah.
Fire and Ice brought it, man. That is awesome. I'm so glad you guys were here. I really enjoyed the film. Enjoyed hanging out with Troy and Netter and everybody who joined us in the chat. Serality, Geek Flag, Deleted Scenes, Connie Cleary, Lady Mister, Tori Clegane, whoever else joined us. I haven't. Did I say Stardate Trivia? I'm going up. If I miss your name, I'm so sorry. Just so glad you guys could join us in the chat. Mr. Londell's Review Movies. Forgot to say him. Didn't see his name until I went up. JPRPH1 joined us. Glad that you were here, and hope to see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday and a wonderful week ahead. But of course, we cannot leave. I cannot sign out without the final word of the mistress of YouTube. Man, I'm tired. I can't think of anything.
She of the smoldering avatar.
Yeah, there you go.
She of the smoldering avatar. Miss Netter, take us out with your final words.
Yes, sir. Of course, I want to remind everyone to make sure that you are subbed to every member of the panel as well as every member of the chat. And if you think you're subbed, go back and double check that you're still subbed, because YouTube likes to take those away. And it's kind of discouraging when you do lose some subs.
Yeah.
And of course, when I see that I've got another one, you get that little dopamine hit, so that's always kind of cool.
Right.
And also, please make sure that you have the notification bells marked, rung, whatever it's called, on each of our channels, so you're never missing a vid. I know some people have said, hey, I never got a notification. So make sure that you have the notification bell rung, checked, whatever it is, so that you do get informed when any of us go live or drop a new vid. And with that said, we can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well, good, and fun. But it is so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat, and you're dropping your comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, just enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you guys, you know you're not just our friends. You're our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. You can be anywhere right now, and you're here, and that's so encouraging. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how encouraging it is. I love seeing you guys every week. We all love seeing you guys every week, and how warmly you welcome any newcomers that come in to our streams. I mean, that's just so wonderful and warm, and it's like, it gives me the warm fuzzies. So thank you very much for just all that you do to encourage all of us, encourage one another. We'll definitely see you, let's see, today's Saturday, so we'll definitely see you tomorrow either on Deleted Scenes channel or on Age Boomers channel. But until then, good night and God bless.
Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. God bless you all. And good night. And find something fun to watch. It's always good to watch something fun.
Or random.